We're rehydrated and ready.
This infernal darkness. It's as if it leads straight to Gehenna.
Even more so, since the blazing demon is waiting for us ahead.
Guess it's up to us to shed some light in here. We are the Radiant Wings, after all.
And she's not wrong. And we're gonna start our reign of light bringing by killing these things, which are all the same thing. Excellent. Makes life easier for us. Mach Vots, level 143. A familiar of an abyssal demon that taunts terrified humans as it drains their life force. Attacks in groups. It's weak to water, fire, and mirage.
Let's go!
She has no CP.
Let's go.
He, however, has plenty for a Gale Storm. Nice.
It's down.
Show him what for, Laura.
It's my turn!
It did say they're weak to Mirage. And how often do we get to see Yuna strut her arts attack stuff? Okay, the answer is not often, and it's because she's pretty bad at it, but that's not through her fault. It's not through any fault of her own, I should say. Oh, there we go.
I won't let you.
Soul Sucker.
It's my turn. Crimson Slash.
There we go.
It's down.
A little bit of this action. And then one more. Yeah, she did more damage with that.
Nice, we did it!
Oh, hold on. I need to check everybody's master quartzes once more. Let us be certain that there is no funny business with us not getting the tenors. Okay, golden. She doesn't need to be set to Tempest anymore. Let's have her on Virgo. He can go to Kaleido. He can main Erda. Instead of Gungnir, she can sub Erda. His are both maxed. Gloom and Keeper, so Valhalla and Emblem. She'll main Emblem. Okay.
Hey-ya!
These eyes watching us again. And now what is this? Is this another Eid Vots?
A worthy
Maybe?
opponent.
Nope, Mach Vanus. Alright. Mach Vanus, level 145. A greater demon from another dimension causes phenomena beyond human understanding. Summons unceasing black gales. It's weak to earth and space.
My turn.
Let's have... I don't think we have any other CP restoration crafts. Or orders, rather. Alright.
Ignite! Crimson Lotus Formation!
Just do things like that. And we'll start by damaging the big baddie.
Now!
Plenty of damage on it, too.
It's my turn.
Gaius. Yeah, let's get them all.
Power! Now!
An opening!
Gotcha.
All right!
This Gemini Blast should hopefully... Did it clean out the... Yep, cleaned out the small fry.
Let's go! Shit!
That works just well for us.
I won't let you!
Laura, if you
Leave it
please.
to me.
Why didn't Laura respond to that?
It's my turn!
Is she too far away?
Now!
They're mine!
I would have to say that would be
Let's go.
friggin' random. No, she should be close enough.
Let's go.
Now!
Alright, well,
An opening!
we will definitely
turn.
end this thing before it gets another turn, so
Now!
I'm not super worried about what's going on.
All right!
Or maybe that was a little presumptuous of me.
Wide open!
An opening!
Okay, yeah, no, we did not get it before it came back.
My turn. Here.
Just because Laura didn't get another turn, that is. Let's check everyone, because Black Alberic dropped a Novol gem. I saw that.
Now, let's
but we haven't gotten it. Scorpio. Albion Wolf. Damage increased by 60% to enemies in break state. And break damage up as HP drops. 20% chance. Okay.
I need to keep getting
Stats updated.
So now we can change her off of that. Or change anyone who might be on it to something else. Orbment, Quartz. No longer needing Scorpio. Let's put you on Dunamis. And she is also set to Scorpio. Increases damage to enemies in break state. Scorpio as a sub gives 36 strength. What should we have her? High HP increases break damage. Obtains Sepith from attacks crops. We don't really need that. Offensive arts, physical damage up as HP drops. Nope. Having Oberon equipped is basically the same thing as a Grail Locket. What else would be good on her? High HP increases critical rate. Alright, well, I guess we'll leave it as is. Ooh. Keeper. Damage received down as HP drops. I don't think we specifically need that on him. Delay after attacking multiply by 1.5. Yeah, let's put him on Minotauros too. But we've got Minotauros on almost everybody now. Is that a trial chest? No, it's not. Okay. That's just a non-special chest. I was gonna be extremely surprised. We definitely have not gotten every trial chest, but
the wind is with us.
That's for next time.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's take a look and see what we got here. Amon, level 144. Proud warrior of the demon world that delights in tearing the strongest opponents it can find to pieces. It's weak to fire, wind, and mirage.
I'll handle this.
Let's issue
Ignite!
Crimson Lotus.
Crimson Lotus formation.
Let's go.
And then we will have her, True Azure Cleaver,
Azure
everybody.
Cleaver.
Most excellent.
There.
And so since Gaius is rocking Minotauros now,
Let's go.
his attacks should see a marked improvement. Yup, in power. Oh man.
Opening.
Easily hitting those high digits now.
It's my turn.
But it does make us all way slower.
Escape. Fire!
It's
So
my
the trade-off is kind of crazy,
It's down.
They're mine.
but it's all worth it
It's my
for that
turn.
additional power. Alright,
It's my
Gaius. Let's see what your regular attack is like now. Well, that was with the addition of a crit, but
As the wind
5
dies-
digits at base seems to be the most common thing with Minotauros on. And I never even checked that Novol gem, which was the whole reason we came here. He's got a Novol gem, she's got a Novol gem, so she needs that Novol gem. Yeah. There we go, plus 16. Bring her up to speed, so to speak. And I wonder, that should pair really well with Sirius. Do we have anything? Whoa. Okay, so before we kill these, I would like the assault gauge
shit.
back.
Let's get
All right,
started.
well, didn't get that, but
Ha!
we've got this here. And then let me fix this up. Alright. That should work. Akamana, level 144. Highly intelligent demon that can use arts. Its venomous claws tears armor apart, drawn to concentrations of mana. It's weak to time, space, and mirage.
Let's go.
Let's issue one of these. I meant to... Okay, well, I didn't hit the button I intended on hitting.
Ignite! Crimson Lotus formation.
That's okay, though. We've got them all lined up for a Brave Smash. See if we can get that seal.
Wide open.
An opening.
Nice. 28,000. Okay, well, it's not
An opening.
really any different than what he was doing previously when Sirius would proc,
Azure Cleaver.
feels like. But that's okay.
Leave it to me.
Let's see if we can take you down.
It's down.
An opening.
It's my turn.
And a little bit more for you. Nope.
Take this. I'm up.
And yeah, Reen's the only one who gets to move again. That makes sense.
Let's go.
With Minotauro slowing everybody down so friggin'
My turn.
much.
Hit.
Maybe we can give Gaius
Here I
something
go.
else.
It's my turn.
His basic attack is doing more than Yuna's Demon Rush. And we resist whatever the heck it was trying to do, of course.
Leave it to me.
Just got him out of here.
As the wind guides
And that's
us.
Minotauro's maxed out, which is damage increased by 100%. So now we're doing double damage. And then break damage increased by 60%, which nobody but Yuna is going to get the benefit of. But they're literally striking twice as hard. Who can heal? He can. Well, we're not using her actively, so let's have her do it instead.
I feel revitalized.
And these things are not caution encounters, so we will not keep killing them. We will, however, hope it doesn't see us. Yusa still has the Rakan gem equipped, so
Ready.
getting it back, I probably could have just run in circles or something. But we do want to kill this thing. So I guess murdering it is going to be enough to open the door behind it.
Watch out. This is a tough one.
We'll pull that battle scope out. Uncerter Maris, level 146, a cryptid scorched by distorted miasma. Its dark breath petrifies while its howls corrode matter. It's weak to earth and space.
It's my turn.
Let's have you go for the La Crest.
Let's go.
And you go for the
Arcus
Forte.
activate.
Leave it to me.
And then you'll go for the... Well, I guess I'll go for this.
Ignite! Crimson Lotus formation.
Leave it to me.
See if we can get that unbalance going.
Power.
We can indeed.
It's down.
An opening.
Dragon Howl.
All right.
So the Dragon Howl, I see, stopped us dead in our tracks. That's okay though.
Wide open.
An opening.
I'll handle this.
We'll just have you attack
I'm up.
a little bit more. Wow, okay. Awaken Violent Dragon. We almost had it.
I'm up. Crimson Slash.
Wow.
Let's go.
That is lame.
Power. Now.
Alright, so
An
instead,
opening.
let's issue
I'll handle this.
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
I'll handle this.
Break damage plus 250.
Azure Cleaver.
Nice, you see that?
There. Let's go.
Get some.
It's my turn.
Alright, so now it's over for this thing.
Wide open.
An opening.
Oh, we might have
Let's
to
go.
issue this
Ignite.
though.
Crimson Lotus formation.
Let's
Just for
go.
that additional damage.
It's down.
An opening.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be
Let's
able
go.
to take another one.
Now.
They're
You're done,
mine.
dude. So if this doesn't open it, then we'll be able to just get to where we need to go with no problems. Oh, there's no. I thought that was a door.
Good
So
work,
Magius
Luna. That
is
was
maxed out now. Arts
Guess I
damage
must
up
have
as
a pretty
HP
good
drops,
instructor,
60% chance, and then recover once per battle. Okay, so we've got Magius maxed out, but I was wrong about where this was going to lead. We did get a Zerum powder out of the exchange, though, so that's good. All right, so now instead of Magius, let's do Erda. And then take Magius off of him. We'll have her sub Kaleido. Have him. Main. There aren't any more that are... All the ones that are level 9 have someone assigned to them. Yeah, there's no other level 9s that are missing a main. Alright, so can't do anything about that. But no one's subbed to something that's level 10 except for the people who we want to be. So we'll leave that as it is and ignore the Akamanas. Now, normally what I'd be doing, I would kill everything here, but this is a fairly long dungeon. Well, nah. I'd normally kill everything here regardless of how lengthy the dungeon is, but I gotta think of future Pharaoh. Nope. Wow, really? Alright, well I guess we just won't grab those items. That's another thing that we've already killed previously, so we'll instead make a beeline to this. An AP charge 4. An Amon, that's what they're called. Just let us go through and we will let you live. At least until I'm assuming the Imperial Fork just crashes down or explodes or just vanishes. This, however, is dead. We could probably do something with all this heightened crit chance we've got in the form of the orders. I'm just trying to think of some more fun builds. I should probably pay more attention to our magic users. They get no... I feel like they've gotten no love. Not because they're bad, just because it's so much more satisfying to hit
This
stuff.
looks strong. Be careful.
Is this another? It's another Uncertain Maris. Alright, well. As long as we keep annihilating the really big, the really bad ones, we should see everything maxed out before it's over.
Ready.
Okay, so there's the switch that we've been looking for. Hidden in this, well, I wouldn't really call this a maze.
Hey-ya!
Mostly it's just a winding path, I should say. But we've reached the next part of it. Now, is that mid? Yeah, core mid. Okay. And at the core mid, McBurn might be waiting for us, and then we have to go through the last part. McBurn might be waiting for us, then the garden stuff is going to change, and then we're going to be able to tackle the last stretch for Osborne. We'll see if that's how it's going to pan out, though. Or if he's going to be at the end. Yeah, okay, so it looks like... Nope. He's right there. Okay. So we are lucky in that we've got an opportunity to head up and save. Because he is probably going to be... Whoa. No, we're probably just going to be like, wow, McBurn's waiting for us and stuff like that. Yeah. Whoa, you sense that? So much power in the air, you'd think it was ripping off in heat waves. I think even we're all picking up on that. It's like a raging wildfire. I'd say you're developing rather well if you can discern that much. We'd better be ready for anything. His power comes from beyond, governed not by the rules of this world, but by the Divergent Laws. Okay, so she did know something. What are the Divergent Laws? It's impossible to even imagine what he could be capable of if that's the case. Wait, what are the Divergent Laws, though? You have some insight into that kind of stuff, though. Don't you, Emma? If McBurn is just a warm-up for the rivalry with the Ebon Knight, I don't want to even think about what's waiting for us. Sounds like overkill if you ask me. Knowing what McBurn's goal is, I doubt we'll have any choice but to fight him. But before that, I want to talk with him as much as possible so we can get some more intel. Not to steal Yuna's idea on that one. Oh. A sound plan. He may reveal more than the fool did, if he's so inclined. Let's see if we can get him in the mood to talk. And when it comes down to it, I owe it to my father to help you win this battle. Reen and Emma are required as attacking team members. As an exception, Panzer Soldats will be usable in battle against McBurn. Alright, so since we have to use Emma, go ahead and drop her, but not out of the thing altogether. Alright. So she's got to be set with the good stuff. Offensive arts do more damage. Let's give her Pandora. Increases damage dealt by criticals. Prevents abnormal status stat down. Arts damage up as HP drops. Offensive arts have a 65% chance to deal crit damage. That's actually pretty good for her. Alright, yeah. Recover EP through offensive arts. Nah. Alright, so first we're gonna give her... do we have something better? Let's make sure that, yeah, let's make sure the Usus is gutted. As is she, because I'm like, we should have some good stuff for her. And then let's sub her to Chevalier. Anyone else sub to anything 10? No. Okay. So, to start with, let's get Silver Bell. Well, Grail Thalis just give us a lot of bonus stats. We also want to make sure that she's got that Deus gem. Delay for time arts. Well, Crow's currently got the... Yeah, time to cast arts is cut by a half. We'll instead give him... Let's give him Lost Genesis SR for the speed boost. So we can free up that Diabolos gem for her. Now we need stuff that's going to speed her up as well. Action 3. Actually, no, we want that Lost Genesis as well. Okay, let's take this off him too. Give her that Lost Genesis for the additional speed. Now, is there anything that buffs her arts attack and also her speed? Probably not. Yeah, looks like we are well and truly hosed on that front. It's either or. So we'll go for the Argem gem. Okay, so she's got the speed up, the arts cut. She can use water arts. What does Virgo give her? It's just healing stuff, right? No, attacking offensive arts too. What about Zeruel Cannon SR? We don't have any SR win stuff. We do have 7th caliber R though. Yeah, let's do that. And now her equipment, which we can't forget. The Gear Falcon armor, which will help out. And she's already got some pretty good shoes. So first, that quick... okay, we'll take these off him. And then we'll take those off her to give them to her. And then that quick caliber 5. And the last thing she needs is a new weapon. And also to make sure she's in the back of our formation. Because the big problem is Emma is going to be able to get hit hard by everything. Well, be statused by everything, I should say. There we go. The Gambantane. And let's take a look at... Because the Gambantane, what does that give her? Arts attack plus 135. And if we synthesize something stronger... Where is it? Can we make a... Yeah, the Greed of All. Arts attack plus 145. Oh, sure, we'll give her that. And also make sure it's equipped. I do not want to go through all that and find out she doesn't actually have it. Whew, okay, so we are well and truly geared up. Emma is the only person that can be statused on the team. I should probably give something up for that. Yeah. We'll give her the Rosen Crown would be nice, but I think we've got a... No, who's got... We'll take her Grail Locket off her for just this fight. Because they keep talking McBurn up, and I do not want to get caught unawares. Alright. Yeah. All that extra power, gone. Hopefully, like, I'm sure somebody by now has been like, Quick Caliber 5 and Deus Gem do not stack, so it's pointless having both, or something like that, but for now, I want to believe. I want to hope and pray. Okay, so he is souped up. What you got for us?
Man, took you guys long enough. I was getting fed up waiting here. Thought you might have died on the way or something.
Never.
You just can't hold back anymore, can you?
His overwhelming power is pouring out. The black flames that engulf all.
McBurn, do you remember what you said to me 2 years ago?
That only part of Reen was mixed and that all of him was mixed?
Interesting. You mixed by any chance? Something foreign, unnatural, mixed into their body itself. Different to the church's stigmas.
They had the new guy redo these lines, because that's definitely not what's-his-face.
Looks like a pretty small part of it in your case, though.
So how much of you is unnatural?
All of me. Yeah. I remember our nice little chat on the Pantagruel.
The Pantagruel? That must have been during the Civil War.
It was indeed.
So that's what they talked about.
I finally understand what you meant back then.
I think I kind of do, but spell it out for me.
That part of me that was mixed in is Osborn's heart.
Is it?
It's not only the source of this power of mine, but also what connected me to the curse and made me a sacrifice.
I thought it would have been something connected to Gehenna, but I guess I was completely wrong.
Marine!
Don't give me too much credit. I just had a hunch is all. But looking at you now, it's much more than just a small part of you. Nothing compared to me, though.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, of course not.
Does anyone else think McBurn's tattoos and the one on Shirley's arm kind of look similar? Probably not.
How could I compare when you're not even from this world to start with? Right, McBurn?
Are they saying he's literally from Gehenna? He is? Okay.
He's not from this world.
So Gehenna's an actual place that we can visit then.
What does that even mean?
None of this makes any sense.
Right?
We were raised to believe that this was the one true world created by Adios.
But there's also the underworld and not just a projection created by Phantasma.
In fact, we're incapable of even considering otherwise. The existence of angels and devils on other planes was as much as we were allowed to understand.
Wait.
But we can't even contemplate the idea that anything might exist beyond the bounds of Zemuria.
What do you...
Yeah. He's talking about angels and devils. So does that include Gehenna?
There's something beyond Zemuria?
I would have thought that after we were done with the Calvard games, they'd be like, just jump to a different continent on the same world.
This is an example of the Divergent Laws. Things we simply cannot understand or even begin to explain.
That's what they are?
For example, no matter how far you try to fly or sail away from the continent, you're unable to progress past a certain point.
What? That doesn't make any sense. If Zemuria is the only continent on this planet, then eventually you just wind up on the other side. Is that what she's saying, or am I misunderstanding that?
What?
Huh?
You're kidding me.
It's not a well-known phenomenon, but it was recently verified through research. Despite a number of attempts to figure out why, science simply can't give us an answer.
That's really strange. Nobody has tried to just sail in one direction until they went around the entire planet?
Yet, similarly to the artifacts, it's something that backs the existence of Adios.
Oh, so that's where she comes in.
By attributing everything we don't understand to Adios, we stop thinking for ourselves.
Given my position, this isn't something I'm especially proud of.
Uh-oh, is Gaius about to reveal his apostasy?
But the Church's stance is that so long as order is maintained in the world, we shouldn't do anything to disrupt it.
The mages and witches of the Middle Ages weren't quite as commendable, however. As such, we theorize there must be something else behind all of the mysterious events we've noticed throughout the centuries.
Okay, so this, I said earlier that these games are backloaded, but holy crap, I don't think they're talking about Gehenna.
The Divergent Laws. In other words, the laws that govern what lies beyond the world Adios created. And at times, certain things from beyond make it into our world, causing inexplicable phenomena.
So McBurn is literally not from Zemuria at all?
Inexplicable phenomena. Now that you mention it.
That does ring a bell, huh, Sarah?
The cryptids and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes sense now.
And the salt pail.
Inexplicable is the only word I can think of to describe the salt pail appearing in Northumbria 28 years ago.
Yeah. It was an anomaly on a massive scale, but there was no evidence of it being related to a septarian.
After it appeared, Father Barkhorn went to conduct an investigation on it. But to be honest, the Church wasn't able to reach any kind of conclusion on where it came from, so it was simply deemed a manifestation of the goddess's powers.
Oh, okay, yeah, that... I mean, when you just throw your hands up and say Adios did it, that does tend to impede things.
No one can blame them for that. We're all human in the end, and some things we simply can't understand.
I don't know. I don't like... There's some explanation. It just sounds like giving up to me.
Yet, in spite of that, there was one group who became obsessed with discovering the truth behind it all.
The witches? Or the gnomes?
They were ravenous in their pursuit, willing to go to any length, no matter how vile or demonic.
Who? I imagine Ouroboros already knows all about the Divergent Laws.
Wait, you don't mean...
The DG cult. Though they focused their efforts in Crossbell, they were operating all over the continent.
That was their ultimate goal? Wait, them making a reappearance randomly.
In truth, though, they were being controlled by the Croix family the whole time.
Say what you want about those cultists, but they pulled off something amazing.
Did they actually break through?
They're the ones who created Gnosis.
That is true.
A drug that frees you from the shackles of this world.
Is that what it does? I guess it did. It did do a lot of transforming people into beasts, into fiends.
They made something like that?
Yeah, you should play the Crossbell games, Machias. You might have to wait till 2022 for that, though.
But more importantly, assuming this is all true, then...
McBurn, you really are someone from beyond this world, aren't you?
That's okay. Well, I guess the scope of this series just got even wider.
Hell, are you even human?
That is the question we really need to know the answer to.
You're half right.
What is that?
The other half of me. The part of me from beyond. The half of me from here was human. That's why I look the way I do.
What?
And before you start asking, no. I don't remember a thing about what the other side is like. Only thing I remember is when my two halves fused together. We collided, ourselves mixing together so completely, there was no way to split us apart. And in the end, we became me.
So that's what you meant when you said all of you was mixed.
That's crazy.
It's like when the Holy Beast and the Hexen clan's elder merged into one.
No, Emma. He's on a completely different level from Rose. But if that's true, then...
His true essence is that of a calamity given form. Just like the salt pail.
Now you're starting to catch on. It's been 50 years since I appeared in this world.
Wow.
I've been trying to figure out what I really am the whole time. Trying to dredge up any scrap of memories from where I came from. Trying to figure out what I'm even doing here. The one thing I knew for sure was that I'd need to return to my original form to get everything back. Thing is, if I did that, I'd absolutely annihilate everything around me. Just like how the salt pail did.
So...
That's why this great Twilight business is the perfect chance. The reality of the world's already being twisted and warped by all this strife they're using to reforge the Great One. So I don't have to worry one bit if my true self completely tears it apart!
So this is the other half of McBurn.
Is he a devil?
Fallen demon from the beyond, Marikubaldo Long.
Yes! This feels right. This is it! My memories are still missing, though. I figured as much.
So...
I was hoping I'd be able to take on Osborn. But I guess you'll have to do. Now, give me everything you got. Draw out my full power, so I can get back everything I lost.
I don't get it.
I guess we have no choice. Class 7, prepare for battle.
On my pride as a witch, I'll hold back this calamity's flames.
I'll back you up, but you guys better win, no matter what it takes!
Right!
So
now this is a stage. Give me everything you got!
So, does this mean that, like, the Secretary and Vald are also next?
Glimmer! Midnight on it!
It's strange. Okay, but we only have to really worry about beating this guy for right now. Overlord McBurn, level 149. McBurn's true form. With his otherworldly power unleashed, flames of destruction are but a plaything in his hands. He's weak to time, space, and mirage. But thankfully, we resist everything.
Thanks.
Because we are absolutely not trying to deal with that. Let's go for an attack. And then immediately have her do this.
Behold, the soul of Arcade! Now!
So we've got half delay after we do stuff like this. S-Crafts, but Midnight Onyx is already going to expire. We should have issued something else. Let's go for Avalon Hearts.
Avalon Hearts!
It's my turn!
And then let's get back some of that BP we lost. Okay, maybe next time.
It's my turn.
You will... Lost Genesis is the strongest thing we got. And plus it's got that delay +4, which is most excellent. Show 'em what you can do, Emma. Yeah, not bad at all. Gaius will attack. Excellent. And then we'll have him attack again.
This is the power of the
This is the first time we've used this S-Craft this entire episode.
deep in my soul.
That absolute delay power.
Of the goddess.
We can use our Panzer Soldats and stuff against him, but I doubt there's going to be a battle after the fact. So if you hop on a boat and try to sail away from Zemuria, you'll reach a point where you simply can't go further? I have to be understanding that incorrectly. It really just doesn't make much sense.
My turn.
Green is going to get to go a second time. So we'll have him do that right now.
Eternally flowing. Form is emptiness.
And Laura, she should be able to power herself up.
First. Second.
We'll see if we can do that. Well, no. She's only got 12 CP. We are absolutely not going to be able to do that. We'll just have her do her thing.
8 leaves. Breaking dawn.
Get you right out of here.
I'll handle this.
Let's go for the Crimson Lotus.
Formation.
Let's go.
Just for the additional damage.
I'm going.
And you, another Lost
Focus
Genesis,
activate.
please.
There.
We should have given her something for her time arts if we were going to use Lost Genesis so often. Oh well. Once McBurn tries to drop his S-Craft on us, we'll hit him with the Palace of Eregion.
Harder. Turn up the heat.
Okay, there's the overheat.
I'm going.
And we will... The Acerbic Tomato Water. Let's give that to Laura. And then this Palace of Aragian 2 is going to be all that stands between us and getting absolutely God.
Appear before us. Unfaltering, the lone guardian shield.
Yes. Help us, Emma.
A mirror gleaming
Save
in the darkness.
us. Protect us.
Palace of Aragian.
And it does something else too now. That is Palace of Aragian 2. Yes, HP recovery.
Sorry. This is the end. Incandescent Hellfire!
Oh, okay, cool. I was expecting it to be like in CS2 where it all cancels. But nope, we're still good to go. Yeah, we can brandish. What we want is to unbalance. Got him.
It's off balance.
There.
All we gotta do is keep doing that, but Will and Passion. No, we need to lock Forte.
None of my watch. How about this?
Belial's Enmity. You know, this would probably be a lot more difficult if you could inflict those burn statuses on us.
Let's go.
Let's get Gaius a little closer. Excellent.
An opening.
Yeah.
And now we are in a perfect position. Crap.
I'll treat you immediately.
Thanks.
We will issue.
It's my turn.
Let's link these two. Issue Crimson Lotus.
Crimson Lotus formation. I'm up.
And then Waning Crescent Slash.
Cut through.
Nope. Uh-oh.
Guess I'll use this.
So this.
Turn.
All right. That could have been way worse.
It's my turn.
It is your turn, and you need to EP charge yourself.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's go.
Okay, well, let's try a true Azure Cleaver.
Azure Cleaver.
God dang. He was really not trying to get unbalanced. At least Hunter Wing has a 30% chance, which didn't end up doing much for us here.
Yes.
All right, one more. Let's hit him with that nice Lost Genesis.
There.
Especially while we still have that plus 25% damage. It's gonna delay him, but not by enough. We don't have anyone who can Chrono Drive. Oversight on my part, but not anything that is insurmountable.
How about this?
Another Belial's Enmity. This will be a real problem if, if it could all cancel us, which it did.
It's down.
An opening.
But at least it only hit Reen.
It's my turn.
Let's go for this.
Let's go.
You are going to Avalon Hearts.
Avalon Hearts.
And now in order to extend the usefulness of that to a little bit of this action, so you hit him for the 28,000.
Soul of Arcade. Now.
And now I'm expecting for this to do maybe 38, 48,000. Are we being a little too wild here? Probably. Almost 100,000. And Reen should get the 200 CP right after this. So I'm going to go ahead and say that, well, I won't say McBurn was the easiest fight we've had so far, but he's definitely been the one with the least amount of effort that we had to put in. Otherworldly barrier. Wow. We were about to win. This guy must be nice. I cannot believe this. It wasn't even his turn. Okay, McBurn. I guess they're like, we can't have Class 7 beating an otherworldly demon. What's he gonna do? Oh, so he just gets to have that.
Healing breath.
Yeah, let's heal everybody really quickly.
It's my turn.
And La Crest only ups our physical defenses. How do we get past? Okay, well.
It's some kind of divergent barrier. Maybe I can handle it.
Yes, please, Milliam, help us.
Reed, now is the time. Summon me.
Okay, I was wrong. We will have to use Valimar.
Not on my watch! I won't let you! Guess I'll use this.
I mean, at the very least, we didn't all die here.
Turn.
No, sir.
Unforgivable.
He still got us? Alright.
Let's go.
If they cannot do any... Oh, you know what we haven't done? No, we definitely did. Alright, yeah, we definitely did. I was like, wait, hold on. But let us Curia Balm Gaius.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And see if we can make them a little... Oh, she needs another EP charge. We're not using them for anything else, so hey.
How about this?
Another Belial's Enmity. That's going to cancel everything. Unless it misses.
I'm up.
Alright, so Reen, he's got to summon Valimar.
Let's go.
It's the only way forward.
Heed my call. Valimar, the Ashen Knight!
Get in there, dude.
Shit! Hey-ya!
Had to finish him off this way.
This is the end!
Alright.
You broke through.
I can't afford to lose.
Chevalier maxed out. Zeruel Cannon increased by 150. And then recover 1 HP and 100 CP once per battle.
Alright, got it.
I must continue.
I just don't understand how you can make use of those. Fighting at low HP just seems like such a bad idea.
That's how it's done.
Well, we're not worried about that. We're worried about beating McBurn. What happens if you use that earlier in the fight, though? Okay, I'm going to be honest. They probably just give you the ability to use it a second time for story reasons. Huh?
What's he doing?
Is he focusing?
So that's it.
What? I don't like the sound of that.
I spent all that time looking for answers. And it turns out...
Huh? You remember now?
That little rat Campanella sure got me good.
What? What did Campanella say?
And Ouroboros, huh? They couldn't have picked a better name than that.
So, there is no answer then. Because an Ouroboros is a snake that forms an infinity by eating its own tail. He's lost his will to fight.
He's back to normal.
How do I put this?
No glasses.
Sorry for the trouble, guys.
Wow, really?
The hell's that coming from?
Exactly.
Hold on just a second.
Well, that was certainly unexpected.
He must have realized it was pointless, but why? He's got to let us in on his thought process.
Is it safe to say you've accomplished that little goal of yours?
Yeah, half of it at least. Gotta admit, you guys weren't too bad. I wasn't sure you'd pull it off. Guess I should have given you more credit, since you took down the Steel Maiden and all.
He's so personable, but we were going to win, though.
I take it you're not going to answer our questions, then?
Look, I get that this is just the way you are. But we're not messing around here. A simple sorry's not gonna cut it.
If you really want to make it up to us, help us out.
Oh, McBurn helping out Class 7 at the very end? If not with his power, with information.
That's right. You'd make for quite the asset in our battle against the Ebon Knight.
Nah, I'd just get in the way.
Are you sure about that?
A teleportation circle.
He's done that before, though.
I've got a new objective now. Think I'll pay Campanella and the Grandmaster a little visit. The Third Anguis, too. Got a few choice questions for them.
Really? You're not gonna tell us anything, though? Well, okay, we did learn, we did find out, apparently, something, the Divergent Laws or whatever the heck, but...
Should probably add the Abyss to that list.
The Abyss? The Azure Abyss? That's Vita, right?
Not sure if this makes up for all the crap I put you guys through.
I don't know.
But here, Schwarzer, Ashen Knight. Take this.
What is this? Gonna be the flame prison?
What is that?
Wow! It's so pretty!
A primordial flame. The purest essence of fire.
Is Valimar not impressed, or what? Oh! Neat.
Hey!
What's happening?
Rain just accepted it so readily from someone 5 minutes ago who was wanting to kill us.
It's okay. I'm fine. Thank you, McBurn. I can feel just how powerful this gift is.
We probably got a new order.
Allow me to extend my thanks as well, Overlord of the Beyond.
So we just gave him a new title.
I have no doubt this will prove invaluable for the final rivalry.
Glad to hear it. Just a heads up, you can probably only use it once, so make it count.
Understood. I appreciate it. I don't plan on making friends with you or anyone else in Ouroboros, but...
That's where he differs from Estelle. He was forever pulling friends from Ouroboros.
I wish you the best of luck, McBurn. I hope you find what you're looking for, without causing any more trouble.
I'll do what I can. No promises, though. Well, Schwarzer, Class 7, try not to die, yeah? And Crow. Later.
That's it?
So long, McBurn.
Alright, so he's just gonna straight up exit the narrative. The hell's his deal? Trying to kick our ass one second, then getting all chummy the next. Drives me nuts. Honestly, same. If only he'd had that change of heart before the fight, it would have saved us some time. My head hurts from all the unbelievable things he told us. I take it you're referring to the divergent laws and mysteries of our world that were brought to light. My whole understanding of the world has been just shattered. I'm gonna have to rewatch that part because I must not have understood what Emma was saying. You can't sail past a certain point. There's nothing on this planet but the continent of Zemuria, and you can't even fully explore the planet? I know it's overwhelming, but it may be best to set aside processing all of this for later. Yeah, we have a way more pressing issue to deal with right now. Right, the Great Twilight. At least that's something I more or less understand. Let's come back to all the revelations from Ouroboros after we've wrapped up everything else. The next battle should mark the grand finale to this story. Yeah, we've reached the final destination of this long journey after all. Of course, even if we manage to avert this impending disaster, there will still be the aftermath of the war to deal with. The end's not in sight just yet. We're coming right up to the climax of this long series of events. Shall we head out? I don't see why not. We've got McBurn's gift to try out, don't we? For now, how about you go back to the garden, Valimar? And you should come with us, Millium. Sure. We don't have far to go, but we must not let our guard down until the end. So if the dialogue at the garden hasn't changed, we'll just press on. Emma 3. We'll press on after we drop a save, though. Do not want to do that again. And especially because they're talking like, I'm not sure if it's going to be, because I was expecting us to just go to the Rufus fight after we fought Campanella and Mariabelle. Is this going to take us to the next section? Okay, this elevator goes to Imperial Fortress Core Depths. More enemies to take on, which I won't say no to. Okay, yes. The Core Depths and the Sanctum. That's the last place we've got to hit up.
We defeated McBurn, but the darkness seems even deeper now.
It's not your imagination. We're getting close to the twisted heart of this cursed empire.
Hey, brighten up, you guys! We can do this!
See,
hey, yeah, you're right.
Million believes, and I did not mean to do this. And then something I realized I forgot to do was take Emma out of the party. And we don't have to dequip her or anything like that. Oh, I'm trying to get to active voice. There we go. Okay, that was it.
Yeah, you're right.
So we did hear the last of it. That's just another Akamana, which we're not interested in killing. But this is an Uncertain Maris, which we definitely are.
Opponent. Nice, we did it!
Ooh, Oberon is maxed out now. Ixion Volt, 100% chance to prevent abnormal status and stat down. Well, becoming a Grail Locket in full instead of just 95% of a Grail Locket is still pretty commendable. And let's make sure that Quartz... Yeah, they're fine. We'll sub her to Kaleido. She's set to max on Pandora. Can't do anything about that. Chevalier's maxed out. We'll do Aegis on him. And nobody else who's not actively in the party is subbed to anything we have to change them off of. Don't look this way, Akamana.
Ready.
Worried about what you're doing. Nope. Leave us alone. We'll grab this. A brave soul. And then just swoop around this way. Be completely good to go. That Uncertain Maris was really the only thing standing between us and progressing forward, I guess. I'm not going to say no to that, but it would be nice if we had something a little more... Is his Rakan gem not there anymore? Oh, right, we did take that off him. Okay, hold on. Let's give him that. Or the Akali gem. That's what I meant. Give him that Akali gem back. But we can't, since there's an enemy right there, we don't want to fight, so...
Ready.
Okay, one item here. Maybe it's being guarded by something that we do want to fight. Nope. Yes, it is. Excellent. Well, all that over a Zerum capsule. I think I'll allow it. Nope. Won't allow a fight with you to happen, though. Nothing over there. That's another Amon that's lurking past that point. Osborne just needs to come out and face us himself, dude. Nothing else here is going to be anything remotely close to a challenge for us. Nope. Wait. Okay. I was just wanting to make sure because I was seeing something on the mini-map and I was like, hold on. This does feel like this descent right now, it does feel fairly similar to how it was in the Grawl. Yeah. This feels more like how that was. No more ascents left. So that battle, it obviously went completely in our favor, but there was a little bit of not very niceness that happened. Oh, I guess we switched her off of Oberon so she doesn't have Holy Breath anymore. That's okay, though. Another Uncertain Maris. we'll be able to get this thing and then have it go a little bit better for us, potentially. Dragon incense. And, yeah, that fight did go pretty easily for us. Looks like there's one more chest over here. And I'm assuming there's a switch or something that we'll be able to activate, maybe?
Ready.
I could just check the map to confirm, but what's the fun in that? Ooh. Okay. The Sanctum. No switch, no buttons, no anything. The game would warn us, right? There should be one more spot where we can save, I assume. Okay, there is. The final boss. Whew. Okay, I'm actually going to save, call it a part here, and we will take Osborne down, finish the game off. That's all. Give me next time, though, so definitely join me then for more of The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 4. Bye for now, guys. So we're back to right after the McBurn battle, and as you can probably hear, this was recorded completely separately because apparently there's something that we should take a look at by chatting up Emma, Gaius, and Crow that I neglected to. Well, not neglected to, I just didn't go back to the garden. Oh, so what's going on here? Reen, I have to apologize to you. I kept quiet about what I knew about the hidden truths of the world. Okay, so so these guys, they knew what was going on about the Divergent Laws and said literally nothing. Don't worry about it. It's not really something you bring up in casual conversation, you know? Well, I feel like having all of the information laid bare would be a good way to go about things. Besides, we might not have been ready to accept the possibility that our world might not be the only one in existence. Since becoming a Dominion, I've had to revise my worldview many times as my truths have turned out to be lies. But what I'm certain of is that this world, along with Erebonia, Nord, and the other countries of Zemuria, is real. As a man of Nord, a Grolsritter, and a member of Thor's Class 7, I have a duty to rise up to the challenges facing this world with you. That's just like you, Gaius. The final rivalry is near. I'll need you there, Gaius. You'll have my full support, Reen, as always. Okay, so these three knew about the Divergent Laws and said nothing, and now they got to apologize to us because they kept that really important bit of information from us for no reason. I have to admit, I was surprised to hear you noticed something was off about the world. I didn't get that. I thought he was just going to be from Gehenna, and Gehenna was going to be like an actual place that we could visit, unlike the phantasmaized recreation. Perhaps that's because you're the sacrifice? Maybe. There was a moment at the workshop when I felt strange, like my conscience merged with the spirit veins. They were flowing towards the sea, but they suddenly ended there. And there's also something that Vita told me during the Civil War. The fragments of the great power are destined to be drawn to one another, forced to collide over and over and over. These dark times Erebonia is going through have repeated themselves since time immemorial. And every time, the truth of what happened disappears from the memories of all. That is how this system works. So, other people have discovered the truth of the Divergent Laws, but then are made to forget? Don't feel bad if you're having trouble wrapping your head around it. That's perfectly normal. After all, that's just how this world is. Besides the rivalries being designed to be forgotten about time and time again, what struck me was that Vita suddenly changed the topic from Erebonia to the way the world works. Yeah, like, you can, if you don't know what the Divergent Laws are, then she's just saying, like, that's just how life is. But now we know that she really means that's just how this world in particular works. You really focus on the small details, huh? Vita has special insight into the workings of the world. It may be that Ouroboros or the DG cult has knowledge regarding the mysteries of its creation. I suspect the church knows more than it lets on. Yeah, Gaia seems pretty curious about it too. Anyway, that's something to worry about later. Yes, for now we should concentrate on the final battle against the Ebon Knight, the final rivalry. We have to win, for everyone's sake, for Zemuria's future. We will. With the two of you pitching in, there's no way we'll lose. So Vita gave us a little hint about what was going on. And I think it was Crow I had to talk to as well. Where even is Crow? There he is. Yeah, he's moved away from Ordine. Man, hidden mysteries of the world? That's some mind-blowing stuff to think about. But you know, I'm a simple guy. I like to focus on one thing at a time, and right now, that's the battle with the Ebon Knight. Don't forget about the parting gift McBurn left us, alright? Oh, we sure did not. Yeah, we'll have to look out for the perfect opportunity to make use of it. Did you know him well, Crow? We hung out sometimes on the Pantagruel during the Civil War. Had drinks with the guy, but that's about it. I mean, you know how strong he is, but he was so laid back about it. I was wondering what his deal was, but I sure as hell didn't see that coming. I wonder what it's like where he's from. Wait. Crow, weren't you 19 2 years ago? I was like, wait, how old is Crow? I hope it was just mocktails you were drinking. Shit, it's not what you think. I lied about my age on my enrollment papers at Thor's. I wasn't a minor during the Civil War. I kind of doubt that's true.
And Crow. Later.
So long, McBurn.
They do seem pretty chummy. I thought Crow was like 24. It's hard not to understand what Crow was really saying then. Hey, don't go spacing out now, Rain. There's a big, bad Divine Knight for us to beat, and we gotta sort out that mess with Osborn. In other words, we have our work cut out for us. Let's get started, yeah? Yeah, you're right, Crow. I'll be counting on you and Ordine during the rivalry. No problem. It's time I paid back everything I owe you, interest included.